Luce Irigaray's A New Culture of Energy, Beyond East and West, presents a thought-provoking meditation on the intersection of energy, culture, and human relationality. In this work, Irigaray proposes a reconceptualization of energy beyond the physical and scientific definitions typically associated with it. Instead, she delves into the cultural, spiritual, and philosophical dimensions of energy, arguing that it is a vital force that shapes human existence, relationships, and interactions with the natural world. By bridging Eastern and Western perspectives, Irigaray envisions a more harmonious and balanced way of understanding and engaging with energy, one that acknowledges both its material and immaterial aspects. At the core of Irigaray's argument is a critique of Western culture's approach to energy, which she views as overly focused on domination, exploitation, and consumption. The Western paradigm, rooted in industrialization and materialism, treats energy as a resource to be extracted, controlled, and consumed for economic gain. This approach, she argues, has led to environmental degradation, social inequality, and a loss of connection to the deeper spiritual dimensions of existence. Irigaray calls for a shift from this extractive mindset to one that recognizes energy as a living, relational force that connects humans to each other, to the natural world, and to the cosmos. Irigaray contrasts the Western approach to energy with Eastern traditions, particularly those rooted in practices such as yoga, meditation, and Taoism. She highlights the ways in which these traditions view energy as an integral part of the body, mind, and spirit, emphasizing balance, flow, and harmony. For Irigaray, Eastern philosophies offer valuable insights into how humans can cultivate a more respectful and reciprocal relationship with energy. By incorporating these perspectives, she argues, Western culture can move beyond its mechanistic and exploitative tendencies, embracing a more holistic and life-affirming approach. A significant theme in the book is the relationship between energy and the body. Irigaray emphasizes that energy is not something external to us, but is deeply intertwined with our physical and emotional being. She explores how practices such as breathwork, movement, and mindfulness can help individuals become more attuned to their own energy and its flow within their bodies. This attunement, she suggests, is essential for fostering a sense of well-being and connection, both to oneself and to others. By cultivating sensitivity to our own energy, we can also become more aware of the energy of others, creating the conditions for deeper and more authentic relationships. Irigaray's reflections on energy also extend to the social and political dimensions of human life. She critiques the ways in which power structures and societal norms often suppress or distort the natural flow of energy, particularly for women and marginalized groups. Patriarchal systems, she argues, impose rigid roles and expectations that disconnect individuals from their authentic selves and their natural energy. By reclaiming their energy and asserting their individuality, individuals can resist these oppressive systems and create spaces for greater freedom and creativity. This reclamation of energy is not just a personal act, but a political one, as it challenges the status quo and opens up possibilities for social transformation. The spiritual dimensions of energy are another central focus of the book. Irigaray argues that energy is not merely a physical phenomenon, but also a sacred force that connects humans to the divine and to the universe. She draws on Eastern spiritual traditions to explore how energy can be cultivated and directed through practices such as meditation, prayer, and ritual. These practices, she suggests, can help individuals transcend the materialistic and fragmented worldview of modern culture, reconnecting them to a sense of wonder, reverence, and unity. For Irigaray, this spiritual dimension of energy is essential for creating a more balanced and harmonious way of life. Language and communication are also central to Irigaray's exploration of energy. She critiques the dominant linguistic frameworks of Western culture, which she argues are often rigid, linear, and hierarchical. These frameworks, she contends, fail to capture the fluid and dynamic nature of energy and relationality. Irigaray calls for the creation of a new language that can express the subtleties and complexities of energy and its role in human life. This new language would prioritize dialogue, sensitivity, and mutual understanding, creating the conditions for more meaningful and transformative interactions. Irigaray's vision of a new culture of energy also has profound implications for environmental ethics and sustainability. She critiques the extractive and consumption-driven practices of modern society, which she sees as rooted in a fundamental disconnect from the natural world. By recognizing energy as a living and relational force, humans can cultivate a greater sense of respect and responsibility for the environment. This shift requires not only changes in individual behavior, but also a rethinking of societal values and systems. Irigaray calls for a culture that prioritizes care, balance, and reciprocity, both in human relationships and in our interactions with the natural world. A recurring motif in the book is the concept of balance, which Irigaray views as essential to the proper cultivation and use of energy. She explores how balance can be achieved at multiple levels, within the self, in relationships with others, and in the broader social and ecological systems. This balance is not about static equilibrium, but about a dynamic and ongoing process of adjustment and attunement. By embracing this dynamic balance, individuals and societies can create conditions for greater harmony, resilience, and creativity. Irigaray's writing in A New Culture of Energy is both philosophical and poetic, reflecting her commitment to creating a language that can convey the depth and richness of her ideas. Her use of metaphor and imagery invites readers to engage with her reflections on energy on an intuitive as well as an intellectual level. While her writing can be dense and challenging, it is also deeply evocative, offering new ways of thinking about energy and its role in human life. Irigaray's style reflects her broader critique of the mechanistic and reductive tendencies of Western thought, creating instead a space for more fluid and expansive modes of understanding. The book also engages with questions of cultural exchange and dialogue, exploring how East and West can learn from each other in their approaches to energy. Irigaray emphasizes the importance of mutual respect and openness, cautioning against the appropriation or commodification of Eastern practices by Western culture. Instead, she calls for a genuine dialogue that recognizes the value of different cultural perspectives, while also acknowledging the need for critical reflection and adaptation. This dialogue, she suggests, can enrich both Eastern and Western traditions, creating the conditions for a more inclusive and integrated understanding of energy.